Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's watch this video together. Let's go. Oh, I like this new intro.
Hi everyone, Gaijin Goomba here, ready to bring you the next and final installment in my Final Fantasy Summons miniseries. So far, we've talked about summons with influences from the East, Middle East, as well as Greece and Rome. So to wrap things up, let's talk about the Nordic originations with a few summons. Starting with one I've heard everyone talk about the most, Odin. Alright. I get it. A lot of you guys already know about Odin, but there's quite a bit you may not know. For example, we all know that Odin is basically the ruler of Asgard, as well as being the father of Thor and Loki.
I really like it. It's like Odin. Okay. Thor. Oh, Loki. Ah! Especially when right now there's the Loki series on television, on Netflix. Is it on Netflix? On Disney? Is it? On Marvels. On Marvels. That's right.
But who and what Odin is goes beyond that. He's also associated with wisdom, poetry, and prophecy aside from his association with war and battle. He's also known to take on any form that he so desires. Remember that episode from Gargoyles where Goliath and Elisa ran into him? That's, honestly, according to my research, one of the best representations of Odin in mass media that I've found. Wow. Though a close second comes from Gandalf the Grey. That's right, the Great Wizard himself was modeled after Odin according to Tolkien. I'm sure you're wondering how a great wizard bears any resemblance to a god of war, so to speak, but the answer to that question is Odin is often depicted as a traveling old man with a missing eye. Sound familiar? But you're not here for Gargoyles or Lord of the Rings. You want to know what connects the real-world Odin to the Final Fantasy Odin. And to be perfectly honest, there's a lot here. In the game, as in real life, Odin is constantly riding his legendary 8-legged horse Sleipnir. 1, 2... You know what? Close enough. Odin in Final Fantasy is also oftentimes using his legendary spear Gungnir throughout the game, though it's called Gunslance in Final Fantasy, but still, pretty darn close to the original. I also know that Odin's more well-known attack, the Zentetsuken, literally mean iron-cutting sword, exists, but in my research I haven't been able to find a historical or mythological representation of this blade. There may be one out there, I just haven't found it yet. Now then, with as badass as Odin is though, his fall was already foretold by the claws and teeth of Fenrir, our next summon. Fenrir is a terrible beast of a wolf, conceived by the eldest son Loki and Angrboda. So yeah, to recap, this guy did the nasty with her, and this was the end result. Sorry, just getting off topic. Fenrir, okay, if you want a good description of him, imagine that big dog you were always afraid of as a kid, and then give it the power cosmic.
And then give it the power of cosmic. What the?
And that's probably the best layman's description of Fenrir. And that's not an exaggeration either. In Norse mythology, when Fenrir was but a pup, the gods thought nothing of him, but he grew rapidly and they became concerned. So concerned, in fact, that none of them would dare face him. Instead, they tricked Fenrir into being bound, which he took as a personal challenge. And let's just say it didn't take long before his overpowering strength was more than enough to break his bonds as if they were nothing. The gods knew they needed something stronger, so they had the dwarves, yes, the dwarves, craft Gleipnir. A small, soft ribbon forged with the roots of a mountain, the footsteps of a cat, the sinews of a bear, the beard of a woman, yeah, I don't know either, the breath of fish, and the spit of birds. Fenrir at first denied them the challenge, as the ribbon was that of a baby compared to his previous bindings, but he agreed as to not look like a coward. His one condition was that one of the gods place his hand between his jaws. Tyr was the only one brave enough to face the inevitable, and he did so. Fenrir was furious when he discovered that he could not break his presumed frail bonds, and in retaliation bit off Tyr's hand. It was at this time that the gods traveled a mile into the earth, where Fenrir was to stay with a sword in his maw so he could no longer bite anyone else until the day of Ragnarok. You know another god-awful disgusting monster that this pretty boy helped conceive?
Oh my god! Until the day of Ragnarok. Oh my god! Oh, that explains a lot!
The Jormungand, also known as the Midgard Serpent, and also known in Final Fantasy as the summon Midgard Sormr. As stated, Jormungand was yet another abomination that Loki and Angrboda birthed together. Seriously, ladies, what do you see in this guy? And another beast that the gods had to reckon with. After his birth, Jormungand was thrown into the sea by Odin, who grew into such a large size that his body could wrap around the entire earth, yet he could still touch his tail. Sounds like Leviathan's getting a run for his money. Anyway, there are 3 stories about Jormungand and Thor. One where Thor actually fishes the beast up by accident and fights it. One where he just literally picks up Jormungand disguised as a cat. But the most deadly encounter Thor has with Jormungand is on the day of Ragnarok, where the two do battle. Thor eventually slays the monster, but after his 9th step post-battle, he succumbs to the monster's poison and dies. Okay, so I've talked on and on about Ragnarok, and at this point I'm sure a lot of you are asking, what in the world is Ragnarok? Is it a spaceship? Is it a sword? Is it a world-ending monster? Not quite. But there are some interesting parallels. Ragnarok was the Nordic Armageddon and brought about the death of the old Nordic gods. After a 3-year winter, the final battle commences between the gods and the frost giants, who were, ironically enough, led by Loki.
Loki again!
Anyway, 2 humans, Leif and Leif Hashir, hid in the world tree, Yggdrasil, from the battle, and after it was complete, repopulated the entire Earth. While many of the interpretations of Ragnarok do not reflect the legendary event, there is one that does. The monster Ragnarok from Final Fantasy XIII was a Lassie beast formed by Vanille and Fang to obliterate Cocoon, as well as the entire world. Much in the same way as Ragnarok was the final battle of gods and giants, which was meant to completely destroy the world. Fascinating stuff, isn't it?
Oh no, completely destroyed the world from the Nordic mythology, I guess.
And it is here, my friends, I must close the door on the Final Fantasy Summons miniseries. I know there is more, much more to talk about, and while I hate to disappoint you guys, I think it's about time that I moved on to something else. But fear not, for it is only a matter of time before I take up the link between Final Fantasy and the mythology of the world. Besides, I think you'll all really enjoy what I have for next time. But until then, this is Gaijin Goomba, signing out.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you'd like to check out some of my other videos involving culture and gaming, such as my new learning languages with video games, or my cooperative series about localization called Going Gold, be sure to check out my channel here. But if you're hungry for more mind-blowing truths of your favorite games, click here for more game exchange, as well as the analysis of digressing and side questing with Ronnie Edwards, and the ever awe-inspiration that is game theory, with the soothing I can't believe it's not butter voice of MadPat himself. See you guys then!
Oh my god, MadPat looks so young! Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you find this video as entertaining and enjoyable as much as I do. It's very educational, very knowledgeable, and very wisdom filled. Thank you so much, and if you do like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Don't forget to follow my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye! But hey, that's just a game exchange! Thanks for watching. Thank you. Subscribe! Oh, why is my voice like this? Okay. Subscribe! Thank you.